Hey everybody,
Hi everyone,
Mr. and Mrs. Traveler here.
ElleKosGlam back from Detroit.
All right everybody, welcome back. We're back in the home studio and it's good to be back.
It is.
All right everybody, so we're going to talk a little bit about, unfortunately, more canceled cruises. And we want to talk a little bit today about what we think the future of cruise shore excursion will look like.
Let's do it.
Back in a moment. All right, so good Thursday evening. I had to think about that for a minute.
Hi everybody, welcome back. Happy New Year.
Happiest of New Year to you guys. We're a little bit warmer now than we were the other day.
Oh yeah, we were freezing in Detroit. It was like 20 degrees when we went live the last video. If you haven't watched it, go back and check.
Yes, it was, it was good seeing family and friends, and, we had to take care of some things up in Michigan, but boy, I do not miss that cold weather.
Me either. Hi Alice there. Hi Stan, Damon, Susie, JJ, Bless, Nettie 69, Christine, Susie. How you doing? How everybody's doing out there? Thank you so much for stopping your Thursday. If you are new to our channel, welcome. We are a fresh, brand new channel. This back with a fresh, brand new year. This is a new year we have never lived in.
Yes.
You are with the Travelers. I'm ElleKosGlam. This is Mr. Traveler, and we are the Travelers. And if you haven't subscribed, just hit that notification button. That way you know we upload. We upload every week, and we go live from wonderful places that we try to surprise you from.
If you would, guys, give us a thumbs up on the videos, and we hope that everybody enjoys them, find them informative. And really, anymore nowadays, we are bringing you information as it comes in. But anymore nowadays, what we're really doing is just doing cruise therapy with one another.
We are. I just want to say hi to Ash Marie. I have your gift right here. I need to call you and ask you, how do I use this? Because this is so pretty with these beads in here that she gave us for Christmas. I'm gonna have to call her as soon as I get time. I just got back from Detroit, but thank you so much.
Yep.
Sugar.
And we'll be getting everybody's cards and such out in the mail by this weekend. We've got them all done. I think we got them all done anyway.
I think we got them all done.
We had to go check the P.O. box and make sure we got them all, but I think we got most of them done.
We do. If you notice, everything is empty back here.
No more Christmas decorations.
No more Christmas decorations. Just our wonderful degrees over here.
Okay, so you're going to have to get busy and get some stuff for us here. This looks too plain.
I like to decorate for the holidays, and I think I want to keep it festive.
Yeah,
I think I do. I like
need to
keep
put
it
some
festive.
traveling stuff back here or something. Or
Valentine's Day is coming up. And somebody's birthday is coming. Oh, he walked off. Mr. Traveler is very busy right now. What is he up to?
at least put a ship on a stick up there.
Oh, no, we're not doing that. No, I like to decorate. As you know, I'm very glam. I'm not glam today because we just got back from out of town. But normally I'm glam, but I'll go ahead and glam up the spaces back here. I like to be festive, and I like to change seasons with my decor. You know that. I don't want to ship on a stick up back there.
Well, that's temporary. You put some else up
We're
there.
not keeping that back there. Thank you so much. How's the weather where everybody live? It was about 73 today, I want to say, in the 70s here, and that's pretty cool for us.
It was, but much warmer than Detroit. And we actually get to sit in restaurants down here. It's really crazy the difference between the states. I mean,
You can go ahead and talk about it.
no, I mean,
Go ahead and talk about how we went to dinner at the mall. We actually visited 12 Oaks Mall in Detroit. If you're from Detroit, comment below and let me know if you guys are going to the mall, because me and Mr. Traveler stayed in Novi. We visited 12, was it Novi?
Uh-huh.
We visited 12 Oaks Mall.
Uh-huh.
and we tried to go eat there.
Well, I had a pair of pants and I had to get them tailored. And while we were waiting on the tailor, we wanted to get something to eat. If you don't know, all the restaurants are closed for indoor dining.
Yeah.
There. So we literally went to the food court at the mall and all the chairs are gone. And so
I was like, what?
I mean, we basically sat on the floor.
We had to eat on the floor in Detroit.
And then Mrs. Traveler tried to help me get up and she pushed me over.
I made a mistake and pushed. And I was helping Miss. Okay, we sat on the floor to eat. They took all the chairs out the mall. They're on lockdown for real in Detroit. But everybody had their masks on. You know, I can understand the social distancing, but we had to eat on the floor in the mall. So we sat down on the floor and ate. And when we got up, Mr. Traveler was like, okay, it's time to get up. And I pushed him, and I guess I didn't know my strength. And he tipped over and hit his head. I'm so sorry.
Such abuse.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to push him that hard.
Allison said -2 degrees Celsius here, so that's like 30 degrees or something, like 29 degrees. That's pretty chilly.
That's pretty chilly. Yes.
All right, everybody. So, well, let's talk about the news, which I'm sure you've probably either heard or you've got an email about your cruise. But Carnival did extend out cancellations through March now.
Here we go again.
So all their cruises are canceled through March. No word from Royal Caribbean yet, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. I want to be careful how I say this. I have a feeling we're going to see a little bit more cancellations. I really do. I think we're going to see more cancellations because now we're going to have potentially some new directions for the CDC, and it definitely will probably be a new COVID task force that they were called, in association with the federal government, and they may very well, for lack of a better word, weaponize the CDC once again.
Watch your words, Mr. Traveler.
They may empower them. Is that better?
That's better.
I'm sorry. Empower is maybe a better word.
We want to stay on YouTube.
Because here's my and the reason I chose that word is because much like the restaurants in Michigan, I brought that up for a purpose. The cruise ships and these restaurants seems to me like somebody has to be the target.
Yeah.
We have to seem like we're doing something to be proactive on our fight against this disease. And for certain states, restaurants are the number one cause of COVID spread. Mm-hmm. Although you're elbow to elbow in a grocery store, you're elbow to elbow in an airplane at those particular states. You can pretty much go any place else and you're wide open in the public. But for some reason, you can't sit down and eat a meal. Likewise, you can be elbow to elbow on an airplane and elevators and everything else, and you can't be on a cruise ship because they are the bad guys. So I am very passionate about that, not only because that's our business, but because we love to cruise. And ultimately, above all that, people are suffering that work for the cruise lines, that work on these islands, work at the ports. People are suffering.
They have families. They need to work. They need to make money. I understand that the virus they're trying to get the virus intact, but it's so much money lost with this thing going on. It's almost like it's out of control, really. So,
and I've seen things saying that we may be entering a federal 100-day mask mandate, and that's kind of what I was thinking along with the CDC, that they may, and this is speculation, guys, I don't know, but if they're going to those extremes of this mask mandate for the country, I can surely see them pushing out the cruises as well, because they are the ones with the target on their back at this time. So
that's your prediction?
It's just a educated guess.
Okay, that's fair.
So I don't know. I would not be surprised if they cancel through April.
Don't say that.
Yeah, I would not be surprised.
Please don't say that. I'm ready to go today. Today, I'm ready to sail. But I understand they're trying to get this thing in order, but you cannot control what's out of control.
Yeah.
I think that the thing is, this thing is making people nuts out there.
Yeah. Well,
seriously.
here's the thing.
I don't like the way human interaction is going either.
Yeah, well,
I don't even want to get on that topic.
That's why we didn't go live yesterday.
Yeah, we didn't go live yesterday because of the news. And if everybody watched the news, everybody know what happened in Washington yesterday. We try to not to talk about political things that go on, but we try to sneak some things in, you know.
So, you know, and here's my thing at the bottom line. I'm just like, I try to be a common sense type of person, and I guess I expect everybody else to be common sense people too, and to understand that cruise ships are not the enemies here. The cruise ships have went above and beyond getting ready to return safely to sailing.
They did more than enough.
Yeah.
They did the backwards flips. They did cartwheels. They did everything they could, was asked of to get back sailing. And still, it's always something that comes in and say, you know, you need to push the days back. I don't know what else they need to do.
I hope I hope 100% that I'm wrong, but I have this sneaking suspicion. I saw somebody ask about the Hawaii in August. I fully expect us to be going strong by August. I really do.
By August, I hope.
Yeah, I
fingers crossed.
I really do. As we get into April, we get into the spring and the summer and all that. I can see the things starting to reopen. So we'll have to wait and see. But really, what we want to talk today about is what the excursions will look like once we get back. And
yes, what the excursions will look like once we start cruising again.
So, and who was that asked the question? Because it was
somebody that called today. I think her name was Renee.
So yeah,
she was from here in Florida.
Yeah, so we were just chit chatting. I mean, it's something we've been talking about anyway, but I just said, we might as well talk about that a little bit. Sure. So here's my thoughts on when we initially thought cruising was going to start resuming, maybe December or January. We were thinking that they were going to follow the model that was going on in the Mediterranean, which they were doing fully encapsulated shore excursions. So you had to stick to the shore excursions from the cruise line. You couldn't wander off outside of any shore-specific cruise excursions, and you had to stay with them. Otherwise, people actually got kicked off the ship. I'm not so sure that will be the case with the Caribbean anymore when we go back, and I only say that because a couple of things. First of all, we're definitely going to be required to have a COVID test before we go on a cruise ship. That's for sure. And a lot of the islands that you can visit right now also require COVID testing.
Yes, they do.
So I think, and this is just an educated guess on this. Right now, I can go to Jamaica on an airplane with a negative COVID test, and I can have the run of the island. I can rent a car and go wherever I want.
You can be on a vacation. Right.
You have to do the mask thing and all that stuff, right? But you're not stuck at the resort. So why would a cruise ship make that any different coming into the port? So that's kind of my thought on that, is because the cruise ship is coming in, they're going to already have a negative COVID test if you're on the ship. Therefore, you'll have the negative COVID test. Maybe you have to take it with you when you go out onto the port and show them.
That's a good point.
Your test. And they'll probably take your temperature and all that stuff before you go out on the island. But I'm kind of backing away from them that they're going to make us do sponsored shore excursions anymore.
Her question was today, Renee called and she was making a payment on one of her bookings, and she said, I really want you guys to talk about this. I've been calling around and talking to my friends, and I just wanted to know, I just want to do my own thing. When I go on the cruise, I don't want the excursion people to tell me what to do. I don't want to pay the money that they want. I just want to do my own thing. I want to catch a cab to the beach, and I want to get my beach bag together, and I just want to go about my business. And I told her, no, you cannot do that, because if you do that, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, and
from what we know that you cannot go and do your own thing on the excursion. You have to be under the supervision of the cruise line, because we are still in the pandemic.
Right, and that was the last.
And that was a fair question.
That was the last thing that we saw out of the Mediterranean. They were doing those kind of excursions like that. I think that it's going to change.
I hope they do.
Yeah, I hope it does because I'm like her. We enjoy. Every now and then
they want to catch a cab and go to the beach.
Every now and then we do a short excursion that we really want to do, but a lot of times we go off and do our own thing and go exploring.
A lot of people organize their own families. They get together with their own families and they go off. And then some people who cruise have families that live there. They have families, but the cruise line is saying, if you go off on your own, you will not be able to come on a ship. You have to pack your bags.
So
you may risk getting kicked off the ship if you do that.
So Joanna Duran asked a good question. I see a couple other people chiming in on it, asking,
comment below and let us know how you feel about it.
Do you know if it's going to be mandatory for us to be vaccinated before your cruise?
Here's that question.
So
I knew that was coming.
I really don't think so. We talked about it before. And again, speculating, guys, but I think that there's going to be options for you when you go on board a cruise. And the options
wouldn't that question be up to the executive president that's in order?
Yeah, but
wouldn't that be his decision?
Yes. It's clearly a company decision.
Or is that CDC decision? Like, whose decision is that?
That would be a company's decision unless there was some kind of mandated vaccine for travel overseas or something like that. Who knows? But let's just say it's just the cruise line. I would think that they would really lose some substantial business if they required that. I think what you're more likely to see is, hey, welcome aboard our cruise ship. You're welcome to come on board as long as you provide either A, proof of vaccination, or B, a negative COVID test within the last 3 days or 5 days or whatever the case may be. I don't think that we're going to see them mandatorily making us cruise. If they do, I will never be on a cruise ship again.
I can't see it.
Because I'm not doing that.
But I have allergies. I have to be careful taking this vaccine. People with allergies have to be careful. Everybody has to be careful taking the vaccine.
Right.
But especially people with allergies, and I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
So if they have to enforce it, that's going to be a lot of red tape.
Yeah. So that's kind of my thought. I think you're going to either have this or either have this. So we'll see. But definitely something's going to be
mandatory. We'll see what it is.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be put in order before we start selling. Cannot wait till we start selling. I'm ready.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy thinking
it is.
We have never went this long without cruising since we first started cruising.
True. This has been a long time. It's been almost a year.
It'll be past a year by the time we get on the ship.
Oh my gosh, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
What was I thinking about before we started cruising?
Look, the last ship we were on, we gave them a hard time. The Meraviglia. I would bend over backwards to be on the Meraviglia right now.
Anything to get on it right now. And that was like one of our least favorite ships. And we would do anything to get on it right now. But if you are cruise lovers like us, hang in there. It's almost time for us to sail. We've been on this journey with you the full, 9-10 months almost that we've been talking about this. Thank you so much for sticking it out with us and discussing this topic. This is a very sensitive topic, but we were able to voice our opinions and listen to yours as well. So any comments are welcome below as long as they're respectable. And make sure you give us a thumbs up. And there are like-minded people like yourself who's comment below on this topic. Let us know how you feel. We always come back to the comments. And if you want to talk about it further, you can reach us on Facebook on Mr. Traveler Cruise Lovers, where we continue that conversation.
Rita Sickler asks, do you think the mask will be mandatory anytime outside of your cabin?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I do.
Yeah.
They're mandatory right now.
Yeah. I think so. I did see...
They're mandatory in the Mediterranean right now.
I did see one... Oh, no, actually, it was a couple cruises that were in the Mediterranean. That's really all we have to base what could possibly be what they were doing. I did see in the Mediterranean that they were requiring masks in areas where they could not social distance, right?
Right.
And then obviously when you sit down for your dining, you take it off. But they actually even had the theater seating spaced out a little bit so that you could enjoy the theater show without wearing a mask.
I think the only place you don't have to wear a mask is at the pool.
Right. Well, like I said, they let you take it off in the dining room for a little while. But anytime,
and to eat.
Basically, the moral of the story is anytime that you're moving around outside the ship, you'll be having to wear that mask.
I think it'll be some strict regulations going on, but I'm okay. I can deal with it as long as I'm on the ship. But I don't know. A lot of people are saying, well, you guys go ahead and be the test people first, and then I'll just wait a year. A lot of people are waiting to cruise to see what it's like here because we haven't cruised yet. And over in Europe, they're cruising already, and in China, in the Mediterranean. But we are like the last groups to sail. So I don't know how that's going to go.
D Money said, I would love to cruise, but I don't want to get masked up while trying to enjoy myself. And I feel you.
I hear you.
I feel you on that, but hey, I'll get a balcony, and if I have to spend the majority of my time on my balcony just enjoying the waves,
I just sit right out there. I don't even have to go to the buffet.
Right.
I don't have to go to dinner.
Well, no, I'm doing that, but but you know what I'm saying. I mean, just to be able to be out on the ocean and hearing the waves and just
it's nothing like it.
Chilling and relaxing and all that stuff. I mean. Definitely, I think for the short term, cruising is not going to be the same. Will it go back to the way it was? Yes, eventually. But for 2021 and potentially into part of 2022, cruising probably would not be the same. I heard some things where, X amount of people have to have the vaccine in addition to X amount of people
that don't
already contracting COVID
They're
and building an immunity.
A balance of the guest.
So between those two factors, which will create a herd immunity and the virus will dissipate and whatever. So that may take a year.
I would like to say hi to Valerie Toussaint over in Belgium.
No,
I want to say
bonjour.
Bonjour. I'd like to say happy birthday to Zach. Today is his birthday.
Whose birthday?
It's Zach's birthday.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say happy birthday in French.
It's bon appétit. I think bon appétit. Let me know how you say happy birthday in French, Valerie. I tried to do it on Facebook today.
I just know my bonjour, comment allez-vous?
Yeah. Oui. So happy birthday, Zach. That's Valerie's son.
Let's see. My face needs a mask vacation, so until that's not mandatory, we won't cruise. This is Rita.
We've wore masks so much. Is everybody's face irritated?
Yeah,
I know Mr. Traveler is
I get breakouts.
We're irritated from wearing our masks every day.
Yeah. Like I said,
let me tell you about the plane ride to Detroit.
Oh, okay.
It was shoulder to shoulder.
On the way there, yeah.
On the way there, it was no seats available. It was a full flight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how you can social distance on the full flight.
Yeah, then they say that they make you social distance before and after the plane.
Yeah, like you have to give them space when you board in the plane, but when you get on there, it's so tight. I just don't understand it.
And then Terrell said, I will have to wait until no mask because I medically can't wear one. Oh, that's tough.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough, Terrell.
Yeah, I know a few people like that, man. So
there it is.
What's
Happy
that?
birthday. Joy, how do you pronounce it? Joyeux anniversaire. That's happy birthday in French.
Well, you keep talking. I'm going to find out. Anybody want to know how you say happy birthday in French?
Happy birthday in French.
Keep talking. I'm going to figure this out. Hold on.
Valerie has been on our group cruise with us. She brought her lovely kids with us, and she is French. And we're trying to figure out how to say happy birthday in French. Because somebody please comment below and let us know why Mr. Traveler is looking it up.
There we go.
And I want to thank everybody for joining us on this Thursday evening. We are freshly back from Detroit, where we spent time with our family. Yes, they were tested, and yes, we made sure we did some social distancing, except on an airplane because it was a full flight, so we couldn't. What airline? That was Southwest. We flew Southwest there and back.
Joyeux anniversaire.
There it is.
Okay.
How did you say that?
I ain't even gonna try it. Val, I ain't even try it.
Valerie, we trying.
Joyeux anniversaire.
Zach.
Happy birthday. Joyeux
Anniversaire.
Joyeux anniversaire. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, almost, she said.
Very good.
Close enough, huh? Thank you so much, and we appreciate each and every one of you joining us today. Today we talked about excursions, how not to get kicked off the ship if you wanted to go off on your own. You cannot go off on your own once we start selling.
We don't know that yet.
They're not doing it overseas.
I think the Caribbean is going. I don't think we're going to have to do that.
Okay, he's asleep. Okay. But I'm wondering, if you go off on your own, catch a taxi, go see family, are you in trouble? Because they're really being really strict on the cruise lines right now.
Donna wants to know, when is our next cruise? Our next cruise, once again, maybe, is the Mardi Gras.
We're going to try it again for the third time.
But it's all the way in May at this time.
Yes.
If they open up cruising in April or whatever, we may do something before that if it starts opening back up. But right now, physically on paper, May.
It looks like May will be our first cruise. Thank you so much for asking. And I think that's it. We're all set. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Indeed.
Make sure you follow us over on Mr. Traveler Cruise Lovers and on Instagram, Mr. Traveler 74. And you can follow me, ElleKosGlam, on YouTube and ElleKos on Instagram. I think it's ElleKosGlam. One or the other one. Anyway, follow us. And we appreciate each and every one of you. We'll be going live very soon again. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the prayers that got us from Detroit and back. We're so glad to be back here in Florida, and we just love our family. It was great just checking up on our family to see how everybody is doing. I can sleep at night now knowing that everybody is okay, everybody's healthy, and just hanging in there from this horrible pandemic that we are in. Make sure you check on your family and check on them and see how they're doing, because we actually flew there to check on our family to see how everybody was doing. We want to thank you so much for watching today.
The way back was great. It was 30 people on the airplane.
Oh, nobody was flying back here. It was different.
So anyway, guys, Mr. Travel will be working on the background, because this is just not acceptable.
You know good when I'm a glam on the background. I always decorate, so stay tuned. The next one, it'll be all did up. Mr. Traveler had to go in the attic to get my decorations. I had to wrap up all the Christmas stuff. It took me a week to do it. Thank you so much for joining us.
All right, everybody, thank you. We'll talk to you again later on this week. Have a great rest of the week and make the weekend awesome.
Life short.
Have fun, guys.
See the world.
Go on out there and see it.
Bye, everyone.